Hey everyone, this is Dylan, and today I'm going to be doing my Vinegar Syndrome Summer Subscriber Week haul. So, I haven't made a video in a long time, and I wanted to come back. Part of the reason that I haven't come back a little sooner was due to the strikes. I want to be in support and in solidarity with the writers and actors who, if they weren't around, we wouldn't have the movies that we love. So I really wanted to stand in support of them and didn't want to promote, or because doing a review and telling my opinions about it is promoting a movie, anything that was done by a struck company or a struck piece of work. So that's part of the reason why I haven't made too many videos. And also, I got a puppy last year, and I haven't really been watching a lot of movies the past couple months. Pretty much this entire year, I have significantly decreased the amount of movies that I've been watching. And I don't really know why. It's just something, I'm just not in the mood to watch movies a whole lot anymore. I still do watch a couple movies here or there, things that I really want to watch. But for the most part, I've been watching a lot of TV. And so that's kind of been my big thing now. What you guys are all here for is the Vinegar Syndrome Subscriber Week during the summer haul. So this is the second subscriber week that Vinegar Syndrome has had. The first one was earlier this year in January, and they had incredible deals for that sale. Every day for a week, we had 10 movies put on sale, and they were $10 each. I got pretty much as many of the movies that I was interested in back then. And we did see some repeats from that previous sale. But I wasn't 100% sure what we were going to see during this sale. And it was not near as good of deals. It's still pretty good deals considering the movies that Vinegar Syndrome has and the prices that they usually have for sales, which is usually 50% off the MSRP. And so that brings most of the movies to about $20-ish, unless it is like a special edition or something like that. And then the price goes up a little bit. But this sale, I think the most expensive things were $18, and then there was a couple of box sets that were a little bit more expensive. But if you break it down based on how many movies were in it, then the prices were pretty reasonable. So I'm going to show you these movies as I purchased them throughout the week. But this is a limited edition day, and I picked up The American Scream. And I did get the slipcover for this. I didn't get slipcovers on everything this time, but I frequent Blu-Ray.com, and I was checking the forums to see what people were saying about the things that were on sale, and sometimes that informed what I purchased, and sometimes I just bought the ones that I was interested in myself, because I usually, on sales like that, or what I did back in January was I basically opened up a new browser for every listing of movies that were on sale, and then I would go through the pictures and I'd go through a trailer and see if it was something that interested me, and if it did, or even looked remotely interesting to me, then I picked it up. And so that's what I did with American Scream, and a lot of people were saying that it is a really fun winter horror movie, and I do enjoy myself a winter horror movie. This is from Culture Releasing, and I believe that this was $14. So that was the first one I picked up. And then the second day was the box set day. And originally I wasn't going to purchase anything from this, but then I did the thing. I did the open up a new browser for every listing, and I decided that I was going to buy this one. So this is the Televised Terror Volume 1, and this comes with 3 different movies. I'll show you this really nice box set. A really nice cardboard slipcover. If you have the Amityville collection, it's pretty much the same thing. And you open it up, and here are your discs. And it says, "Please stand by," and on the back it says, "I'm watching you." So this comes with 3 movies, and this was $30. So it basically evens out to $10 per movie, so that was a pretty good deal. So the first one is Are You Alone in the House? And this was actually the one that got me to buy this set, because it has Dennis Quaid in it, a very young, maybe the first movie that he had ever been in, Dennis Quaid. You can kind of see right there is a photo of him. He actually kind of looks like Tom Cruise in that photo. But I am a fan of Dennis Quaid. I've been a fan of him since like The Parent Trap, which would have been the first movie I watched that had him in it. And so each of these discs, they all pretty much have the same interior. They have this like a signal broadcast thing, and it says please stand by, and then the disc is the same. I will be interested to see, because this does say volume 1, so that implies that there's going to be more volumes of this. So I am interested to see what other kind of television movies that they can get. So this was in 1978. Then we have The Calendar Girl Murders. I don't really know a ton about this. The only thing that stood out was that Sharon Stone is in this, and so is Alan Thicke. Other than that, I don't know too much about it. This came from 1984. So we got that, and then the interior is the same as the other one. And then we also have Child in the Night. Don't know anything about this as well, but I do look forward to checking this out. This is from 1990. Then the next day in the sale was standard Blu-rays. So this means that it did not come with a slipcover. That's, I think, pretty much the only difference between a standard and limited edition, is that the slipcover comes with it. Because Vinegar Syndrome doesn't really do booklets, and sometimes they do posters, but these were all ones that came without a slipcover. So we have 2 partner labels and 1 Vinegar Syndrome release. So the first one I picked up was the Vinegar Syndrome release, and this is The Cellar. I thought that this looked interesting. I'm pretty sure I decided on this after I watched the trailer, and it looked kind of interesting and like something that I would be into, so I decided to pick that up. These were each $12. So limited editions during the sale were, for the most part, $14, and then the standard editions were $12 each. Then the next one I picked up is the Agatha Horror Trailer Show. So I don't believe that I will probably know what any of these horror trailers are, because, well, their little catchline or whatever is that all the trailers that you have never known about, you've never seen. So I do look forward to going through this. One of my favorite things, and there's so many people that just fast forward to trailers on like DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff, but I actually like to watch trailers for the most part. Some of them, if I've seen them all the time, then it's not that big of a deal, but I do like watching the trailers on some of these things, because you never know what kind of movie might look interesting that you've never even heard of. And I find that a lot with like the VHS that I get. If I sometimes go through the trailers and just kind of see what other movies that might be out there that I might be interested in. This also came with a short and a bonus movie, so I definitely look forward to checking this out. And this is what the inside of it looks like. And then the other one was another partner label, and this is from Altered Innocence. And this is, what's it called? The Islands of Yan Gonzalez and You and the Night. So this is Yan Gonzalez, who is a director. It is his short form works and the English language Blu-ray premiere of his first feature. So there's a bunch of short films by Yan Gonzalez and also a movie by him. So That's really cool. I did buy this because I did want to see what some of his other work. I did watch one of his short films, which was a music video. I forget who the artist is, but it was called Hideous. And it was about this, the artist, who I believe was British. I watched it on Mubi if you are interested in potentially checking it out. But basically the song was an allegory about him having HIV and how basically he felt like everyone thought that he was hideous because of it. So I really liked that. So I definitely wanted to check out more of his work. And I was hoping that it would be on there. Fortunately, it wasn't. So I don't think you can get that specific short film on physical media yet, if we ever will get it. All right, now we're back to more limited editions. So this first one is one of the JSA releases, so Vinegar Syndrome Archive release. And this is a Wolf Pack. I have 3, and this makes 4 of the JSA releases, but they all come numbered. And so this number is 3,984 out of 5,000. And they're all bottom loading cases. So that was pretty cool. This sounded interesting. It is apparently an allegory to fascism. It kind of reminded me a little bit of like the Stafford Prison Experiment type of scenario. I don't know if that's exactly what this movie will be about, but I thought that it was kind of interesting, so I definitely wanted to pick it up. And I believe this was also $14. Then I picked up this, which is Death December. This is another Culture Shock release. I believe that they are no longer a partner label of Vinegar Syndrome, but I could be mistaken. I have never seen this, but there are it's an anthology movie about different Christmas-themed short films. So I think that this will be fun to check out during the Christmas season. And I bought those two together, and then I usually double-checked the next day to make sure that there wasn't anything else that I wanted to pick up before the other sale went live. So this was like a next day purchase for me, and this was Raw Nerve. So I was a little interested in this when I first saw it while I was going through, and I either thought that I had already purchased it or I did not. This is also a Culture Shock releasing title. The only person that was recognizable in this was Tracy Lords, who has a interesting history as an actress. But then also this little thing in the back, this like clown face that may be the Joker, was very interesting to me, and that kind of was like, oh, maybe I want to check this out and see what it's all about. Then I think there was at least one day, but maybe 2 or 3 that I didn't purchase anything on. There was just nothing that interested me. And then the final day was 4K titles, and these 4K titles were $18 each. So the first one is Prospect. I think this is like a low-budget sci-fi film. I don't remember Dust. Oh, Gunpowder and Sky was the partner label that put this out, and I thought that it sounded interesting, and how could you go wrong with Pedro Pascal and Sophie Thatcher from Yellow Jackets? I definitely wanted to pick this one up because I love Pedro Pascal in The Last of Us, and Sophie Thatcher is one of the standouts in Yellow Jackets. So I was really looking forward to this going on sale and picking this up so I could give it a watch. This is another one that I was really interested in checking out, and this is Summer of '84. This is another Gunpowder and Sky release, and basically this seems like this came out when everything was coming out from 1984, which is hilarious. But this movie definitely seems like something that would be interesting to me, and I definitely want to check it out. Then I also picked up 2 more Vinegar Syndrome releases, and they were limited edition 4Ks. So the first one we have is Beastmaster. I really don't know much about Beastmaster. I did watch the trailer for it and looked at the photos that were on the listing, and I thought that it looked interesting enough. And I know that there was a television series that they created based off of this movie, so there must be some sort of fan base there if they decided to greenlight an entire television series based off of it. So definitely want to check that out. And then I also picked up Madman. And this one looks pretty interesting as well. So I definitely wanted to pick this up and see what it was all about. The trailer looked pretty interesting, so I was like, let's check that out. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you picked anything up from the Vinegar Syndrome Summer Subscriber Week sale. And let me know what you thought of what I picked up, if there's any recommendations that you would have for me to watch first, or if there's any recommendations that you think that I should pick up from Vinegar Syndrome during the next sale. So thank you guys for watching, and have a great day. Bye.